piano plays softly, and a voice cracks just enough to feel real. And suddenly, you're not just hearing a song, you're remembering a moment. This was soft rock, and for a generation, it didn't just top the charts, it told the story of our lives. Before streaming, before algorithms, there was a time when rock music ruled the world. And these were the bands, and these were the songs, and this is how it all connects. Welcome to when rock music ruled the world. Now, by the mid-1970s, rock music wasn't just about volume anymore. It was about emotion. FM radio gave space for longer songs, layered production, and deeply personal lyrics. And three bands mastered that balance better than anyone: Fleetwood Mac, the Eagles, and Chicago. They weren't just writing hits, they were writing feelings. Fleetwood Mac's story is one of transformation, resilience, and deeply personal music that resonated across generations. Formed in London in 1967 by guitarist Peter Green, the band originally found success as a British blues outfit, scoring early hits like Albatross and Black Magic Woman. But their true global impact wouldn't come until the mid-1970s, when a lineup change reshaped both their sound and identity. The addition of Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks in 1975 marked a turning point. Their self-titled album introduced a more polished, melodic approach, but it was 1977's Rumors that changed everything. Recorded during a period of intense personal turmoil, breakups, betrayals, and emotional fallout within the band, this album became one of the best-selling records of all time. Songs like Dreams, Go Your Own Way, and The Chain weren't just hits, they were raw emotional snapshots of real relationships unraveling in real time. What made Fleetwood Mac unique was the interplay between its members. Multiple songwriters, contrasting voices, and conflicting perspectives created a layered emotional depth rarely matched in rock music. Their harmonies felt intimate, while their lyrics felt confessional. Listeners weren't just hearing songs, they were witnessing stories. Through the late 70s and into the 80s, the band continued to evolve, embracing a more polished pop rock sound on albums like Tango in the Night, producing hits like Everywhere and Little Lies. Despite lineup changes and long hiatuses, Fleetwood Mac's influence endured. Their legacy lies in their ability to turn personal pain into universal connection. They blurred the line between private emotion and public art, creating music that felt both deeply individual and widely relatable. Fleetwood Mac didn't just define soft rock, they humanized it, proving that vulnerability could be as powerful as volume. Now check out these amazing songs from Fleetwood Mac.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Sarah, you're the poet in my heart.
Wanna be with you everywhere.
You see, you're a gypsy. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. No. I can still hear you say you would never break the chain. The landslide brought me down. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Who wants to wrap around your dreams and have
If Fleetwood Mac gave us the heartbreak, the Eagles gave us reflection. The Eagles emerged in the early 1970s as architects of a distinctly American sound, blending rock, country, and harmony-driven songwriting into something timeless. Formed in Los Angeles in 1971, the band, with Don Henley, Glenn Frey, Bernie Leadon, and Randy Meisner, quickly established themselves as a laid-back yet polished style that captured the spirit of the American West. Their early hits like Take It Easy and Peaceful Easy Feeling defined a new kind of radio-friendly rock, melodic, reflective, and rooted in storytelling. But as the decade progressed, the Eagles evolved beyond their country rock beginnings. Albums like One of These Nights and Hotel California showcased a darker, more complex perspective on fame, excess, and disillusionment. Hotel California in particular became one of the most iconic songs in rock history. Its layered guitar work, haunting lyrics, and symbolic storytelling elevated the band's reputation from hitmakers to cultural commentators. Songs like Desperado and Lion Eyes revealed a deep emotional core, exploring themes of loneliness, regret, and identity. The Eagles were masters of vocal harmony. Their songs often featured multiple lead voices, seamlessly blending into rich, layered arrangements. This attention to detail helped define the California sound and set a new standard for studio production in rock music. Despite their success, internal tensions grew, and the band famously disbanded in 1980. Yet their music never faded. Their greatest hits remain one of the best-selling albums of all time, a testament to their enduring appeal. When they reunited in the 1990s, it proved what fans already knew. The Eagles weren't just a band of their time, they were timeless. Their legacy is built on storytelling, craftsmanship, and songs that feel as relevant today as they did decades ago. They didn't just capture a moment, they defined an era. Check out these timeless classics from the Eagles.
Life in the fast lane, surely make you lose your mind. 'Cause I'm already gone. 'Cause I got a peaceful, easy feeling. You can't hide your lying eye. One of these nights, Johnny come lately, the new kid in town, and show me a sign and take it to the limit. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Take it easy, take it easy. Welcome to the Hotel California.
Chicago brought something completely unique to soft rock: horns, soul, and sweeping ballads. Chicago carved out a unique place in rock history by blending genres in a way few bands ever even attempted, and even fewer mastered. Formed in 1967, the group stood apart immediately with its bold integration of rock, jazz, and brass instrumentation. Their early lineup, featuring Terry Kath, Robert Lamb, and Peter Cetera, embraced musical complexity without sacrificing accessibility. Their debut album, Chicago Transit Authority, introduced a sound that was both experimental and radio-friendly. Songs like Does Anybody Really Know What Time It Is and Beginnings showcased intricate arrangements, extended instrumental sections, and socially aware lyrics. Chicago wasn't just writing songs, they were crafting musical experiences. Throughout the 1970s, the band continued to push boundaries. Tracks like 25 or 6 to 4 and Saturday in the Park balanced energy with sophistication, while their use of horns became a defining signature. Unlike most rock bands of the era, Chicago sounded expansive, almost orchestral. As the band moved into the late 1970s and 80s, their sound evolved. Following the tragic death of guitarist Terry Kath in 1978, Chicago shifted toward a more polished, ballad-driven style. With Peter Cetera taking on a larger vocal role, they produced a string of massive hits including If You Leave Me Now, Hard to Say I'm Sorry, and You're the Inspiration. This evolution helped them reach an even broader audience, dominating adult contemporary charts while maintaining their identity. Their ability to adapt without losing their core sound is a key reason for their longevity. Chicago's legacy is one of innovation and versatility. They proved that rock music could be complex without losing its emotional impact and accessible without losing its depth. By blending genres and evolving with the times, Chicago didn't just stay relevant, they became one of the most enduring and distinctive bands in music history. Take a listen to some of these hits from Chicago.
Does anybody really know what time it is? Open the beginning, what I want to feel forever. Tell me you will stay, make me smile. Color the world. Touching 5 or 6 to go. Saturday in the park, I think it was the 4th of July. You're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. Hold me now. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of me.
So, what connects these three bands? Emotion, harmony, and honesty. These songs weren't built for a moment, they were built for memories. They played at weddings, they played on long drives, they played during the moments people never forget. And that's why they still resonate today. Fleetwood Mac gave us vulnerability, the Eagles gave us storytelling, and Chicago gave us soul. Together they created the soundtrack of love, loss, and everything in between. And in that moment, music didn't just entertain, it understood us. That's why for a generation, classic rock music ruled the world. Now, if one of these songs takes you back, tell me which one in the comments. And if you're collecting the soundtrack of your past, make sure to subscribe, because the story of music is far from over. Now stay safe out there. I'll see you next time.
I've got a black magic woman.